It's game time, we ain't playing with you. It's game time, it's game time, we ain't playing with you. That's how we ball for y'all.
What up, what up, what up, what up? You are rocking with Doo-Wop.
And Jamel checking in again.
Yo, thanks for joining for this episode 20. No, that ain't 20. That's 36.
The same way. How
Mo-
you go back?
Moving and grooving out here. We moving and
Definitely.
grooving, man. Oh, man, oh, man. It's been interesting. How's everything for you and with you, nephew?
Everything's been great.
Okay,
Nothing-
that's what it is. That's what it is.
How about you?
Everything's good, man. I had the birthday, so I had a little celebrated the birthday, got a little time off.
Definitely.
Take a little time off sometimes, but still was working, so I was still,
Yeah.
doing other things remotely. But I was still paying attention. Everything was still paying attention, eyes on everything right now.
Definitely.
Uh, so let's get into some topics. Let's get into some topics for the day, and then let's start by everything that's going on with Drake and Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
We finally got a response from Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
Euphoria. He dropped the Euphoria. That is one of Drake's shows that was on HBO.
Yeah.
I was a fan of the show. It was a cool show. But yeah, he used that as a song, as a diss track. That was his diss track to come at Drake. That really got under his skin. I think that really tried to attack him talk about how he, he heard a lot of people always talk about, about his issue with not raising the kids and things like that. So he zoomed in on that a little bit more. But this track was more energy. I'll give it more energy. That was one of the a good diss track to actually battle with Drake, because he was battling by himself at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, the funny part was he was saying, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. That was a little chant. That was a little funniness. But that's just the battle that he had to come for. He had to make that noise. He had to bring that strength to it after Drake dropped push up.
Yeah.
So he had to bring that into it. But hey, he didn't stop.
Nah,
He didn't stop. Kendrick Lamar, he must have heard something, but yeah, he did the back to back. Because I'm a fan of back to back, so he went right back to back and dropped 16 in L.A. That one was a little bit darker, I would say. That was a little bit darker. And he really didn't get into dissing Drake. Maybe like a 1 minute and like 40 seconds. He just started talking about Drake, but he really was getting at his dad a lot, man. I think he was dissing his dad a lot for some reason. I guess you going at him his parenting, saying what kind of kid you made. But then that's Drake is Drake. I mean, if anybody makes a billionaire kid like that, you did a good job somehow. Some way, somehow, you did a good job.
With that part, yeah.
But I'm surprised he took that angle to go at him. But after all was said and done, he like you said, he walked them down. He walked them down. So these are the tracks he kind of walked them down on. And then he got at the OVO. He was just telling them, hey, there's a leak in your crew, and somebody's feeding the type of information.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean that track was okay. It wasn't really I wouldn't say it was, and I think Kendrick knew. So like he didn't want to give away his bomb yet. But after that happened, Drake responded to the Family Matters. He was like, all right, you dropped all these records. Let me just finish you off. Let me try to finish you off. The Family Matters, and he went crazy on that. After he said, you don't want to hear no nigga no more, each job said, got his mom on the intro, was like, nigga, no. It's like, forget what he was saying, so he ignored that and just got right back to business, doing what he does best. So that's That's one of the best tracks I think for him in this rap battle.
Right.
Family Matter was definitely, it was supposed to be the bomb, the drop, let it go, because then he took shots at everybody. After he finished taking shots at Kendrick, about him with the wife and all this and everything else. Um, he just went at everybody else, and he went ASAP Rocky, um, caught a stray. So you sticking up for Pharrell, come get his legacy out my house. Pharrell caught the stray. Who else caught a little of the stray? More just I'm going crazy. Uh, more of this is talking more about his wife and and his baby mama, and then also like just trying to think if his general manager Dave might be his child. That's what he kind of
Probably, yeah.
lead into, But that was a crazy video. I mean, that video is another point of view where he was talking. Little subliminals that they say is in there. He had the G unit piece spinning, so
Hmm.
he's still in that energy with 50. You
Definitely.
know,
And he went back and got the van that not Kendrick. Yeah, Kendrick had on
first one,
his
right?
first album. Yeah.
And then destroyed it.
Yeah.
And I heard even at the end, he has the ring, and that's supposed to be Kendrick's ex fiance ring. So who he proposed to. So he did a lot of subliminals on that one.
Right.
Then he also took shots at Rick Ross. You know, about him being an officer and all that stuff. So he kind of put that in there. Um, he even talked briefly line for Pluto in the future, talking about him made him stick to his stomach for him in future be battling. So he didn't see that coming. He didn't really see that coming. But I like the line he said about Kim, because he was like, oh, just like your record through, we skimmed through it. So her that was I like that little line. That was cool. Then even in the video he had the Tupac ring. So they he just a couple of issues. But after that, Kendrick
Drop.
dropped again. Meet the Grams. That was another one. He was just talking. You know, Kendrick really played this like chess. He played this like chess.
Definitely.
He let Drake think, okay, that was all he had, and he then shot the last load. Even Drake thought it was all. He's like, all right, you dead. You have to admit you dead.
Yeah.
But then he kept going. Kendrick still kept going. He still was slowly getting at him, like, all right, we'll talk to you. I'm gonna talk to your son now. I'm gonna talk to you like you. I'm gonna talk to your son about what your father did and this and that. Still talking about his dad again. Talking
Hmm.
how he was a terrible dad. Da da da. You know. But then, even I think Cole caught a little bit of that too, and I think he said something about never Cole switch. But I feel like he really tried to get Drake on some conspiracy, because this one he really got dark in and tried to just talk about Drake being the P word. They say, but the pedophile and all that
Right.
stuff.
And then having them in his camp.
Yeah, and also as Ibaka Not Nice, one of his OVO artists being I don't know, I didn't check it, but they saying he's registered as a sex offender or whatever like that. So but a lot of that stuff, I mean, it was a good track. But in this type of rap battle, I don't know if people care about real facts or not. And then you also talk about Drake hiding the child, 11-year-old.
Right.
You know, but the rumor around down that Drake said he kind of betted him on this. He kind of gave him this information, and then he just fell for all the information. He didn't do his fact check. But um, even after that, even having all that information and everything, I thought Kendrick was still chilling, right? Nah, and then now he drops the explosion. Drops the explosion of "Not Like Us."
A banger.
That was his that was his club banger, finally keeping up with Drake pace. Um, the boogeyman, they call him, right? So the boogeyman finally came out, and that was it. I think what he said, tops his manager had said that they had that track probably like a month ago. So they kind of was waiting. They had that in the tuck. They knew that was gonna be a crazy banger. They knew that was gonna be out of here. You know, and it was. You
Yeah.
know, that was one of those we was waiting for. We was like,
Mhm.
all right, we waiting for that one. Say something, because through the whole battle, he wasn't really saying facts or even getting us real excited about certain things. I mean, he was rapping. Kendrick finally came out and rapped. You know that we wanted to hear him rap, so he was still doing what he does best, rap. But in my opinion, I just think he wasn't saying facts. You know, because not a lot of people gonna believe that Drake's a pedophile. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean. You're in the industry. There's gonna be stories and this and that, but actually messing with an underage child, you know, that's something serious. Um, but he kept going at it. You know, he still kept going at it, going to Epstein. He was part of the Epstein.
Mhm.
Even Party Next Door caught a stray. He was like her party out there playing with his nose. Um, Baca is still talking about Baca. People in your campus is registered as sex offender. You know, hey, and we knew that, and it was a rumor that Drake was actually having dinner with Lotto's sister, who was younger. But they're all 18 over. You know, as long as 18 older than 21 is legal. So but at the end of the day, I don't know if that's what his target is of his women. You know, I don't think that's his target of women.
We hope not.
Yeah, I hope not. That's not his target of women. You know, but hats off to Kendrick. That was a banger, and had the whole West Coast going crazy on that thing. You know, I feel like that was like a nice dance song, and
Oh, definitely.
it needed that. He needed that last extra, um, to really to catch everybody's attention. And that one is played in the clubs and going crazy. West Coast even played in New York. Um, so that was one. That was one of the ones. So uh, Euphoria and Like Us, those are the two ones. And Push Up and Family Matters is the two for Drake. You know, and then Drake came back. He responded. You know, he recently responded. Part of the heart. What is part of the heart of the six? I think that's what it's called.
So,
So he responded again, just to address those issues that Kendrick accused him of.
right. Try to clear some things up.
He tried to clear it up. But we don't want to see that in the battle. You
No.
know, we don't really want to see that in the battle. We want you just keep rapping. But understand the internet is the internet, and the internet's annoying.
Yeah, because they've
They
been
like,
searching.
yeah, they go to these stupid ass research and get you with a picture here and picture there with a young. It's nasty. It's dirty sometimes. The internet gets nasty and dirty. You know, but he had still kind of bowed out. He's like, I'm kind of like tired of this right now. You know, I don't want no more of this battle. It's he kind of just said what he had to say and said, look what I did for you, Kendrick. I actually brought you out the rap. I let I gave you that rap again. But this that was a great battle. If it's over or it's not, I don't know if Kendrick's done, but I feel like Drake is done,
Yeah,
or
that's
that,
the thing.
you know, or that could just be one of those that sneaker records, like, oh, But I think now that Kendrick has an album coming soon, this is a great start for Kendrick Lamar to boost, to see what's checking out on his album. If he keeps that energy up, if he keeps these type of songs, um, but yeah, he's definitely got Not Like That. That's one of those records. But still, Drake came back and rapped at the end. I don't know. Everybody calling Kendrick won this, but I felt like everybody wanted Drake to lose anyway, because I felt like everybody was already against Drake. I felt like he was battling multiple people in this battle. It
Right.
wasn't like it was just focused on one person. No, he was focused on a lot of people, and people still came at him on multiple angles. And he still hold his own. So hey, I'm sure he made the OGs proud. I made himself proud. And let's not forget him coming off the tour and dropping an album. So he's been so crazy in music and giving you all he got, and he probably has more. But hey, he gave you a hell of a battle. Gave us a hell of a battle. Um, damn, I want to see more, but I'm glad I just understand that. I understand if it's over. The records that I liked it. I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I don't know who to side with, but I just enjoy the battle. I enjoy the rap battle. Kendrick did come with that little surprise, so that did change it. Because if he didn't drop that record after Drake dropped Family Matters, then it would have been over. But he wasted no time, 22 in like 22 minutes. He ready, he had that record ready to go because he knew once Drake dropped that bomb, he know he had to drop a bomb too. Um, and and hey, these are good records. They finally kind of got Kendrick going back, being consistent. I'm glad he came back being consistent. That's what we needed. That's what they needed. And it was a hell of a battle. It was a hell of a battle.
Right.
You know. And then Metro, he's still, I guess he when Drake said some things to Metro now he got his little track going now. Metro got his track with BBL Drizzy. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's all comedy to me. I feel like that's hilarious. Even Drake responded, say, "Oh, now you made a beat about my ass," and some people were like, "Oh, why are you giving it away that you you talking about the ass?" But everybody knows BBL is a Brazilian butt lift. So if you didn't know, you know,
You didn't know, now you know.
but now you know. How did you feel about the battle?
Well, I liked it though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was wishing that what was it? Drake would come with a little bit more than what he was. I wanted him to take like more time and put into like the lyricist and everything of that. But he did put a lot of effort into it, and I still like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there was more stuff he could have tapped on, and he should have instead of trying to come at them all as a group, he should have just singled them out and just made separate ones for them, which would have made it easier for him.
But they kept saying he was like, "Yo," even Kendrick said it. "I'm sorry that my life is boring." So he didn't have no much dirt on him that
And
to
that's the
really
thing.
drum up some other interests because Kendrick is a peaceful
That's the thing.
family
Yeah.
man. Like he don't really be out like that in parties and things like that. Crazy girls, all it's not stories about him running around.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to get that type of information on the battle. Um, but for that, he took it personal anyway. I mean, he spake the facts. It was a lot of facts when it came to Drake. He did take him on tour, take him and Kendrick, him and ASAP on his first tour. So I mean, he was stating facts when he was rapping at my fight. But at the end, I will say that's when Kendrick finally let that bomb go. I think he had that sitting on that little information, just a little bit of things that you want to talk about. You know, that was it for me. But like I said, you, Euphoria and Not Like That, two bombs. And then Drake Push Up and Family Matter, that's two bombs. So they both had two bombs. If Kendrick don't want to leave it the way it is and he want to respond and drop something else, then that's on him, and then I would say he won. But right now I can't call it. Well, I call it where Drake, energy wise and facts, Drake won. If we go by make believe and storytelling and finally showing up or the way he was, then Kendrick won. So, but hats off to them. Rap is back, so hip hop is alive, and that's what that is.
Yep. We got to see how long this lasts though. Now, 'cause
Yeah, see
without the
who.
beef going on, what else we gonna listen to?
Well, people gotta make music because at the end of the day, still came out. It was good music.
Mm-hmm.
They still had good music through this whole battle. So that's
Right.
what was the best thing about it. And it was so rapid, it was so quick. Now we can go back and listen to the records again. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm listening to record. I'm still listening to Push Up and more stuff. You talk about Family Matter. He just went too crazy on Family Matter. It's 3-part track. And then Kendrick, yeah, Euphoria. That was just long too. That was a nice one. But the club banger for this summer is definitely gonna be Not Like Us.
Mm-hmm. They
So
already started stepping to it.
yeah, or he already had the step. That was a good song. He made a great. I won't say a great song, but he made a good song. I don't like the OVO part. OVO ho that.
Oh, that's the part we all got to step to now.
That's damn. Don't do the OVO like that. Don't do the OVO game like that. But uh, it is what it is. You step in the battle, that's the battle.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a cool chant. They're gonna be ODing on that for the West Coast.
worldwide now.
Yeah. But talking about OVO, talk about an OVO artist. Uh, I didn't, you know, I didn't see that Party Next Door. He actually dropped on my birthday, April 26th.
Hmm.
He dropped Party Next Door 4. We've been talking about his records, um, going going crazy. He had these videos, 2 videos he dropped.
Yeah, on Songs TV.
Certain. I like that track. I like when he gets into his I would say tropical
Oh,
beat,
like yeah,
beat vibe type thing. When he gets in that type of mode, those are the hits. Those are usually his hits, his records. From worldwide, But if you're a Party Next Door fan, you still like his body of work that he put together.
hmm
And he also dropped it for a Real Woman. He dropped a video for that one too. Um, Plus I liked on there. We talked about the DMX track. I took so lose my mind that with that one.
yeah.
But yeah, no, Party Next Door. He always got a good body work when it comes to the R&B. So definitely go look out for that.
Yeah, and he put this album together like a whole story too,
Mm-hmm.
where the songs relate to something, and like they were telling the story as they're going through. So each one had a part. It had a little intro and everything for
Mm-hmm.
different parts to carry on like the story as the songs progressed too. So that was nice too.
Yeah. It was a be continued.
Yeah, I
Be
like
continued on
when
it.
artists do that little extra detail.
Mm.
It's like these are not just random songs that I just put together. This is like I want you to
Whole story.
understand it. Yeah, a whole story through my album. That way you get more
W-
into it
Yeah.
and be like,
Walk.
what's going to happen next? And then the 2 videos at the end
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
help it out. There you go.
No. Yeah. No. Rock with Party. I'm not a hater.
Really,
um. Also, I'll give it up for Coco Jones.
definitely.
Coco Jones, she was real talked about even by the Grammys and everything like that. But she's come out with another banger called "Here We Go." You know. And the video was I love when the story comes together. We talked about basically still not over the relationship that you were kind of in because the old person pops back up out of nowhere, and it kind of just brings back old feelings, like, and they kind of makes you feel like, oh, they want you back again, it's like, oh man, here we go. I thought you wasn't being with me. I thought you was gonna be out of here, thought you was leaving. And now here you coming right back, They
Hmm.
said, but yeah, that was a good video, good vibe. And then we mentioned the beat wise, we kind of remember it from the Twister. I forget what his maybe Celebrity Overnight. That's where with the violins play
Hmm.
something oh tonight.
Yeah.
That's what Kanye West and on Twister they kind of took that beat. I think Beatmaker Heatmaker actually made that beat because I think I heard his little signature in the beginning. I mean, he's always sampling different things too. So but yeah, that was a good track. I'm
Hmm.
rocking with that one too. Here we go.
Right.
Oh.
I always love it when they come in with an old school vibe in the start of that.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I love that song. Like the original version of it is still my jam. I still play that one just to hear that one part.
Nah, yeah,
So yeah.
from the original one, Twister and Kanye.
No. Way before the actual
Oh,
original,
the oh the oh
the
the
Lenny
old one.
Williams
Oh,
ones.
oh,
Yeah.
that's what the only one. Yeah.
I
Oh,
still play.
oh, oh,
Yep, that
oh,
part right there. That
oh.
man was going in.
Girl, I
See?
love. Yeah, he was definitely feeling. That's when they was kind of in the era where you was sorry. You was
Hmm.
you was really in love. You was deep in love with a person. You had to let them know how you feel.
Had a whole breakdown,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
song talk about.
no.
I turned the TV on and watched TV until the TV was just watching me.
Yeah,
But yeah.
and that's a classic.
Hmm.
Definitely taken from classics. Yeah, but I mean, check out for that new music.
Right. Then we.
Let's talk a little about some sports, man.
Yeah.
Go New York, go New York, go.
Your team is out there killing it this year.
Oh yes, the New York Knicks, man. New York Knicks. They actually beat Philadelphia, and now they on to the Pacers.
Right.
Oh man, and that series looking interesting already, man. Down to the wire it went. Down to the wire it went. But I can see that that's going to be a battle um throughout the series right now. The Knicks are up one right now. Got that one win at the Garden. Let's see what we got for the next time. But Brunson, Josh Hart. Who else? My Duck. What is D? I don't know how his name, but they've been just going around showing out, and that's what we need, making it interesting when it comes to this playoffs right here. So definitely look out for them Knicks. Knicks
Yeah.
is definitely talk of the town, and they should be because they are here to win, and we want to see how far they're gonna go because it's looking good. It's really looking good,
Right.
you know. Also, the Nuggets and Timberwolves, they made it to the next round. So you got Joker, and then you got the Ant Man, Anthony Edwards, going crazy. So that's going to be interesting all around when it comes down to that. Um, but man, I mean, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. The playoffs is still going, and I'm still watching. I'm still paying attention.
Everybody is.
Paying attention. Um, and you can't ask nothing else. It's playoffs time. The playoffs. Uh, guess who's back?
Cap Williams.
Cat Williams is back. He had a HBO Netflix live special
Right.
called Woke Folks.
Mhm.
Definitely check that out. That joint is hilarious. Cat Williams still making you laugh. No,
I still have more to say.
might still have more to say, more truth to tell.
Yes.
What he says. He said people don't want him to say the word woke, but he's like, this woke is when you wake up. That's woke.
Hmm.
It's just a word. It's not no bad word or conspiracy, whatever it is. Oh man, but I'll tell you one of the jokes that got me when he talked about that the blind kid football player.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to the blind people. I don't make fun of them, but you can do, like you said, you could do whatever you want to do. But I don't recommend you just go out there and play no football. It's, just go check that out, man. It's just he was saying the guy he said if he should have played one game, not the whole season.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they played him in one.
It's-
No, in the whole season, and
it's-
they kept him in like the whole game. He was saying, which is crazy. But
It's-
yeah, that's
it's-
real determination, though.
Yeah, that's dedication, man.
Yeah.
That's dedication and determination, like you
Yeah.
said. Because to have it, but then he said they was playing like some brothers and they was really roughing up on him. They ain't take it easy on him. He was like, yo, all right, you out here. So we ain't gonna take it easy on you, And so, but just check out that joint was funny. That was
Yeah.
funny. Definitely a Netflix special to watch.
Mhm. And they got the whole crowd in it on too. You can hear the crowd telling jokes back and answering it in. So it was good. It was a good live version too.
Yeah, yeah. They're really stepping out, really getting into these live comedy specials. And that's hard, because like they say, it's all live.
Hmm.
You know,
Mess up or say anything, it's still going in.
it's still going.
And that's why you got the whole crowd getting involved. Brandon is saying things,
but-
chanting.
What the crowd was like? So the woman was like, "Yes, I want you." You can't wait. I say something crazy.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I hear
One
all
lady
through.
want to say, "Stop saying I love you" until he answered her back.
Mhm.
He's like, "All right, I hear you."
Yeah, like I can hear you. Like we live. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. But then it's funny after that, Kevin Hart was actually hosting the roast for Tom Brady.
Mhm.
They did a live too. They do the roast. They said it hasn't been a roast in a while. So for them to for Kevin Hart to be the host, he did a great job. And also for Tom Brady just to take the punishment that everybody was going against. It was too many comedians to really shout them all out.
Right.
But
I don't think there's been a sports roast in a while.
in a while, so that's why
Yeah.
they haven't really had one in a while for. And they said what best wanted another goat. Tom. So they haven't had special in a while, but they said what else best to have Tom Brady, who's a goat. Most rings in the NFL. It was gonna be a legend. But yeah, they didn't hold back. They didn't hold back. Definitely check that out. They gave it that raw roasting comedy special. Talked about everything. So even Kim Kardashian, she caught a little stray. They said, they said one said she got they got more. I ain't gonna repeat it, but basically Kim got more beef than Kanye than Drake and Kendrick between her legs. So they was going and they was saying different things, and also it was just so many. It was so much, so many points. But just go check that out. It was just hilarious.
Right.
I don't think I think one thing Kanye probably not gonna like, because Tom Brady said something. He was like, worst thing Kim had to do was leave the kids at home with her father.
Really?
Yeah, he got. I don't think Kanye's gonna like that, but if he just likes Tom Brady and it's all jokes, it's jokes. You know, don't take it too serious. But yeah, go check that out too. That was hilarious. Kevin Hart and Tom Brady, definitely great hosting on that. Uh, I don't know if you heard about Ryan, Garcia. He was back in the headlines of saying that he tested positive for a drug substance when he fought Hanley. So I don't know if they're gonna take away the win, but I told you guys well just go ahead and rematch it, because now that there's a whole talk about, can Ryan really beat a Hanley or Devin Hanley, but I just feel like now you guys got to prove it again. You kind of got to run it back,
Yep.
because it was a good fight already, but now there's different saying he was on substance that maybe, and even Devin was like, oh, when fighting him, it was kind of different. It felt like something was off a little bit. Something was off. So now you kind of got these accusations out here. Even Ryan's denying it because he's saying it's a conspiracy theory from somewhere else, that from who tested his drugs before. They had the same kind of issue. But now I feel you guys should run it back. You guys should run that back, because even though Devin was like, you don't see him being a rematch, and Ryan said he don't see it being a rematch, but it wasn't for the title or the belt. So
Right.
now it's to be a good opportunity to put it for the title or the belt.
Definitely. Put the belt up.
Put the belt up again, Devin. Run it back, run it back. Like you said, see if it's real or not.
Right.
Ryan, you're gonna see if you said you beat him, you could do it again.
Get everybody all squared up. Make sure everybody's tested beforehand.
Yeah,
So we don't
make
have
sure all
results
the
like this come out
yeah. So there's
afterwards and get stuff going.
mm-hmm. Make sure there's no speculations and no
Uh-uh.
questioning the next fight. But we'll see if that ever happens in the future. They decide to run that back.
Right.
Uh,
Yes.
let's get into some technology. Talked about Zorro.
Hmm.
So they finally dropped their first official video.
Music video.
Yeah, the music video was it was dope. That was dope.
Yeah. It's like I was paying so much attention to the video and what was going on and how they kept moving and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice the music in the background playing. I
Yeah,
was just too focused on. I was like, "Damn, how they get the camera to do this?" And then I realized, "Oh yeah,
that's
this is
true.
AI." Because
Mhm.
it's like it just kept going
Yeah,
nonstop.
it was just, oh yeah, I didn't even think about what music they was playing. I don't even know. I was just really focused on it too. Like I
Hmm.
was, when they was on the bus, they was going straight, and then it came. It was just so much graphics on it, and I was like, oh damn, this is all AI.
Yeah, and even that little water scene they had where they were both in the water and then it turned into a tunnel and went down. I was like, "Damn,
Mm.
this is kind of deep right here."
Yo, and it's just the beginning. So if this is the
Right.
first video, imagine 5 years, 10 years down the line. We definitely gonna have to pay attention and see how that affects the acting industry or the movie industry, other industries itself, because AI is doing so much out here, that it's gonna change. A lot of things are gonna change, and it's gonna affect certain industries. And that's part of that. That's gonna take over. You know. But we'll keep paying attention and see what else stuff they come up with, other cool stuff. Cause not, I mean, all the stuff looks cool. I ain't gonna lie. It's definitely some next level stuff going on, and pretty soon you can just make your own movie from this type of technology
Right.
without using nobody.
Well, it'll be easier to make the movies now with this technology. Yeah.
Yeah, without that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We can make our own. Anybody can just make their own movie and don't have to have actors in. You know what I'm saying? So see if that happens. But we'll pay attention to that and see how that works. You know, another thing I seen with the AI on that being able to edit your DNA,
That's a crazy thing.
edit your own DNA. That's. I knew it was going to touch the medical world, and now we're here. We're here with different things now they're developing. How, but it's like, how far are they going to go with that DNA? Like, if you can edit the DNA, what do you mean you can edit the DNA?
I know.
It's like what? What do you mean you can edit? You mean you can change somebody's DNA,
What can you add and take away?
add into people's dissect person DNA? Oh, you can give you this, give you that, do that. So hey, we're gonna, that's something that is going to be improving to pay attention of when it comes to that type of thing because we don't know how far they're going to go with that. You know, so hey, we'll keep an eye on that. Also, I seen Meta.
Yep.
Meta, the chief, they were saying that 10 to 15 years, we might not be using cell phones anymore. Everything might just be moving towards his eyeglasses, glasses, or wearing it on your wrist.
Yeah. Wearable technology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I talked about, we're going to end up wearing it, and then pretty soon it's going to be implanted in our bodies.
Right.
But, hey, I mean, with this glasses, I mean, they're trying to make it as a cell phone, But I love the translation part. Like I told you, shout out to my passport bros. When you're out in a different country, you can read the sign. Or now they're gonna try. He even talked about having somebody actually talk the same language, like you sit around, just talk Spanish, and then you're gonna have it on the screen of your glasses,
Yeah.
translated through it, so where you can, read it through and understand what they're saying, and then vice versa. If you're talking English, they'll have it on their glasses if they're speaking a different language, and then put it in their language, and then they'll understand what you're saying.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
for universal. What's that? Universal conversation.
yeah, yeah. So we see what the Meta is trying to do. When it comes to that type of technology, they're big on worldly, bringing the world together, even understanding each other, even though they speak a different language. So, but when he said 10 to 15 years, I was like, damn, it might even be sooner than that, I think, because I think it's going to go through a phase. But I don't know. Not having cell phones in 10, 15 years, I think maybe AI and robots are really going to try to take over so much that maybe, because he's getting excited about it. Even Mark Zuckerberg, he was getting excited about how he was saying that with your hand signal and stuff like that, you're gonna be able
To do things.
to
Yeah.
do things. So he was getting excited about that too. Uh, but I was thinking like, okay, it has to be a generational thing because the next generation has to be ready to adapt with this technology. It's not going to be so easy. You have to learn something of the technology, and it's just like kind of the next generation because some people still with flip phones, and they're happy with flip phones, so they're not ready for no touch fingers and all this. They're not doing that.
Right.
So it has to be a generational thing. But I think we're gonna if you're aware of AI, you're gonna be on top of this. You're gonna be ready to see what they got next. What explore what kind of options they're gonna use.
That's also the thing now because they're starting to integrate more stuff into AI now.
Mm-hmm.
So as the time goes by, it's gonna be like next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then the generation that's gonna be coming up is gonna be around our generation or the generation after us, which
Definitely
is
one after us. Yeah.
yeah, which is you still on this definitely one after us.
No, it is.
Which
Yeah.
definitely where kids nowadays are born able to use the tablets and stuff like
And
that.
that's why they're ready. They're already getting into it. They're
Yes.
already sometimes the ones it's got to be the next one. It's
Yeah.
not this one. We're here, there. We're
Mhm.
halfway in. We got one foot in, one foot out because we know
Yeah.
about the older one. We know about the new one.
Mhm.
So it's decided which one you want to go to. You want to stay going towards the new one, or do you want to say, nah, forget all this. This is too much. I'm out of here. Let's focus on that. You
And then
know.
it's gonna be the crazy thing because as the kids get no, as we integrate this stuff into the world,
Hmm.
as the kids grow, you're gonna have an AI that's growing with them. That's gonna be like programmed, but like I known this one since 2 years old or 3 years old, and it's
Hmm.
been growing, growing, growing.
Oh
So
yeah,
they can
no,
make the same
def,
decisions with them, which is gonna be crazy.
definitely kids on kids to kids is definitely gonna be robot era. You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna be 20 years down, 20 more years up. They're gonna have robots and things like that. So they're gonna be more infatuated with robots
Right.
and AI because AI is definitely gonna be a big change. Another 5 years, 10 years, all that stuff is gonna be AI.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know if it was true or not. I seen this. They had I don't know. It was on TikTok. I don't know if it was true or not, but they had a person delivering a robot delivering mail to the post office, shipping out uh their 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 things already. So, and then a person stopped and was asking him about the AI. He was like, "What are you doing?" Oh, we're delivering. We're delivering this that. You know. So, um, but hey, that's I mean that could be a futuristic type thing. You know, the robots are going to be good for use. They're going to put them for use. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but and it's different. Technology is already still going. You know, even humanoid bots. We always talk about the humanoid bots. You know, so that's always going to be a big thing.
Right.
Uh,
The other thing I was thinking about with the new AI,
mhm,
like when, well, the generation before us, we had like imaginary friends and all that.
mhm,
Like the new imaginary friend for these kids, maybe just AI.
mhm. Oh yeah, no, that's definitely going to be their buddy. Yeah,
Right.
that's going to be their talk to. You already
Mhm.
talked about Moxie and all that type of
Mhm.
thing. So once that start getting to the point where it like I said, they're trying to build AI to be more emotional and things like that. So that's going to definitely tap into kids, you
Yeah.
know, because that's going to have somebody to talk to. Going to have just like we was kids who used to play with our toys and things like that. Now it's a whole difference. Like our toys are talking back, so it's
Mhm.
like that's a whole different game to play with. You know,
Right.
we don't have
Sit
to
down
make
and have a whole real battlefield, and you just be at the top.
go. Yeah, and they talking this and that. I'm fighting. You know, we will make stuff up in our head when we playing with toys.
Yeah.
But now you don't even have to because they'll have their own words and their own talk and everything in their own language too. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how that happens.
Right.
Um, Also, I seen one thing too. With Tesla, yo, they still going strong with the basically the robo, basically the you know, basically just drive yourself. They had it recently. It's after the Toronto game. It took them from basically thinking like an hour away. It just drove by itself. So I'm like, dang, yo. I mean, if that technology still keep improving, the
Mhm.
robo taxis definitely talked about that. That's never. But if they still can implement that into with the Tesla and all other cars, that's gonna be crazy. But you know, Tesla's still pricing. He's selling it for like he said 99 a month right now. You know, that's not too bad to have your car drive yourself for $100. You
Mhm.
know, if you already have a Tesla and your car can drive yourself for $100,
Not bad.
that's not that bad. You
Mm-mm.
know, because sometimes you get tired. You want just to try to go here and A, B to Z and go under here, and you know, and you just let it drive yourself. So especially now, put your car to use. If you have a Tesla, might as well use it and put that to use. Like, why not? You know,
You can make the money back.
you could definitely make the money back. But so yeah, so that you know that's not too bad. $100 a month. I wonder if he's gonna still keep it at that type of going rate for the drive itself. So keep paying attention to that for Tesla. You know, but let's get into my favorite subject, motivation. I need a motivation. Mm.
Right.
So last time it says focus on the future and not focus on the past. You know, and then it also say be loyal to the future and not. I wouldn't say not be loyal to the past, but be more loyal to the people in the future. Because in my opinion, if you're in my future, if you're in my past and you become in my future, you're still in my future.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still gonna have the loyalty for the people, for the people or the things that I'm trying to do, moving on in the future. And and if you're from my past, you realize what I'm trying to do. So you're gonna move and evolve with me to the future. So I think that's a good saying. That's a good saying. But let's see another one right off the fly. Let's see what we got. It says silence isn't empty; it's full of answers. Hmm, that can mean a lot of things.
Definitely.
You know, sometimes you got to be silent to get the answers. You know, um, but silence definitely could be the answer.
Okay.
It's like a poet. It's like it's a poetry in itself. You know, I thought that was deep. But I had another one. I'm gonna let that one go though. It was one that was, you know, let's see. Okay. So success is hard. If it's easy, then you're not doing it right. And I like that one because success is hard, you know. And if somebody gives it to you, or you don't earn it, or you don't work for it, you don't put the hard and groundwork for it, then it's not it's you're not doing it right.
Right. And
Uh,
sometimes it just has a different feel when you get it like that. It don't feel like you accomplished anything for real.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You definitely have to put the grind, the effort, the work behind everything, and then hopefully it pays off at the end. Um, and everybody wants to be, if you want to be successful, if you want to be successful. Another one, I'm gonna get a little bit more into my motivation today. We're gonna go a little bit, have a little bit something because I seen that I wanted to make sure I get it off my chest. I was like, I like these ones. To set a goal so big that you can't achieve until you grow into the person who can. I thought that was super deep. Pause. Because you want to set these goals that is so unachievable. And then sometimes these goals that you have set, they're just not ready for you yet. But
Hmm.
now give yourself time to grow into these big goals that you had set for yourself. So it's always good to set a goal. Impossible. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Impossible because or even bigger than you thought it would ever be. Because you just never know. You never know. And that's the thing about life. You just never know. And then sometimes you're not even ready yet for that goal to be achieved yet until you grow it into it. So keep growing, keep learning, and keep hustling. That's what I got for you guys for today. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining for episode
36.
436. Round of applause again. You know, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tune in to next time. And you've been rocking with Duvop.
And Jamel.
See you next time.
All right.
Peace.
I love it. You guys are so great.